How's it going, y'all? We're back. What's the deal with all of these? There's been some more shootings. It's sad, but it's true. More officers killing
Yep.
other people. All officers shooting here.
Yep. The one I'm going to talk about happened in Leonardtown, Maryland, and this involved another child, a 16-year-old with a Maryland state trooper, and the 16-year-old brandished an airsoft gun at the state trooper.
He said it was a pistol, right?
Yep.
Airsoft pistol.
I had to look that up. I didn't know what a airsoft
Oh, airsoft was fun
looked like.
until you get shot at point blank range. With a pistol, I did in the gut, and oh my God, did it hurt like hell.
I've only dealt with 22s and
But
other things. I've never dealt with airsoft.
But I pulled a airsoft pistol out, and then
Well, what happened was there was multiple 911 calls, and the state trooper arrived, and this child was in the driveway brandishing this airsoft gun, and he had it pointed at the state trooper. State trooper shot him, wounded him. The child fell down. Child got up, and then he brandished a knife. Well, the state trooper shot him again, and he died at the hospital or on the way to the hospital. So, 16-year-old gets fatally shot by a state trooper. But here's the kicker, and this is the amazing thing that I found in this story. They had to put this in here. I never even thought about this when I was reading it until they actually had to say it. Authorities say the teen was white, as is the trooper who shot him.
now how we get to this point here? Now they have to say it's white on white.
What was going through my head was, crap. A 16-year-old child decided to be stupid and brandish a gun at a state trooper. I wasn't thinking about, okay, is the 16-year-old black, white, brown? No. I was thinking, okay.
What does race matter? That's a child, and that's a cop.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about race. I was thinking, child, state trooper. Child did something incredibly stupid, and he paid the price with his life.
And he did.
And it's very sad that in the article they had to explicitly say white teen, white trooper.
I mean, it's bad enough. I've always been told, if you're going to point a gun at something, you better be able to shoot it. You better be prepared to shoot it. You better be ready to fire if you're going to point the thing.
And the bad thing is, this is one of those life lessons. If you want to take and play a stupid game with the law enforcement of pointing a gun at them, be it real or be it fake, you better be prepared to give up your life, because
that's how it's going to end.
Yeah.
But his trooper had been there for 2 years and 7 months. 2 years and 7 months he'd been there.
And they have the right, if a weapon is pointed at them, to use lethal force if necessary.
But airsoft guns.
And me and him were talking about earlier. Before we started our little video, I was thinking they had to have the orange on the tips of them to let you know it was a toy.
No, they don't have to have orange on the tip. Having orange on the tip of that thing right there is just like going out and getting a shotgun, getting an assault rifle. What y'all refer to as assault rifles that are Armalite, but they they want to continue with the assault rifle. That's fine. You painted the tip of that thing. You paint about 2 or 3 inches of the barrel orange. Who's gonna be able to tell whether it's real or fake at a distance? So the orange on the tip of the thing is not there whether it's toy or whether it's real.
But here's the thing: you make stupid choices, you're gonna pay a heavy price. And this child did. He decided to point a weapon at law enforcement, and he paid with his life.
Now there's two other stories that I was looking at today. Both of them over in Cleveland, Ohio. 25-year-old murder suspect was gunned down. And then they had local law enforcement that was there doing that, and they said the FBI was there investigating that too, since he was a murder suspect. And they said he might have been white. Not really looked at that, but murder suspect gunned down. FBI's there, not too far away from there. ATF and DEA was doing a sting operation, and young 20-year-old black kid, another young 20-year-old black kid, was shot again by a DEA agent.
Undercover.
Now, here's the thing: a DEA and ATF, FBI, they don't just shoot for no reason. Okay. Now, this kid though, this 20-year-old, he is alive.
Now, it says here that the undercover officer was in an unmarked vehicle. They were
in an unmarked vehicle,
conducting an investigation in the neighborhood.
Plain clothes.
When two men apparently unrelated to the probe approached, and one of the men they approached was brandishing a gun, which prompted the agent to leave his vehicle and fire his weapon. And shots were fired. And they don't know whether the man had the gun in his hand or his waistband, only that it was brandished. I don't know what they mean by brandished.
Well, usually whenever they start talking about brandishing, they usually mean they drew. So now you can say brandish to me, oh well, he showed me the dang thing, didn't necessarily point it at me, but if they showed you it, okay, that's one thing, but I'm pretty sure guns are pointed and causes this.
Well, this is going to need to be looked into a little bit more, because they're not telling us too much here. It's going to need to be looked into a lot more. But then also, officials from the DEA, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, which is the ATF,
Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearm,
the U.S. Marshal Service, and the Ohio Highway Patrol all came.
So
to that neighborhood for this.
apparently something was going on, but nobody wants to tell what it is. It may they don't like to release information right then and there because it may do something to the investigation. You know how they do it. So
Yeah, I kind of want to know why all those federal agencies was in the neighborhood.
hopefully the truth comes out about what's going on in Cleveland, Ohio.
Because there was one, two, three federal agencies there.
Yeah.
Along with the state, which is Highway Patrol. Didn't see anything about the FBI. The FBI is also was
Well, FBI was on the other one where they took out the murder suspect, the 25-year-old,
hmm.
and it wasn't too horribly far from one another. I mean, they both took place in Cleveland, which is strange that
Yep.
everyone would be there at the same time in the same city and everything. But you know,
But
it's what it
this
is.
country does have a drug problem.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. All right, are we done with this one right here?
With the Maryland trooper. Mm-hmm.
Now, since everybody's wanting to talk about there are more black gunned down by police than there are whites or any other thing here. We've got these statistics right here, and it ranges from 2017 to 2021 right here. It's got white, black, Hispanic. I don't know what other and unknown is because other and unknown, there ain't no such thing as other and unknown. But we're gonna pay attention to the numbers here between the white, black, and Hispanic. All right, for 2017,
White was 457, black 223, Hispanic 179,
2018,
399 white, 209 black, 148 Hispanic,
2019,
370 white, 235 black, 158 Hispanic,
2020,
169 Hispanic, 241 black, 457 white,
and so far for 2021,
20 Hispanic, 30 black, and 50 white. But we don't know which month they stopped this.
now we don't know which month. I'm pretty sure it's been updated anyway. But the point is, look at those numbers, and that tells you all you need to know. There's more white people that get killed than there are blacks, Hispanics, or anyone else. More white people. I mean, you can argue all you want with their statistics. It doesn't make. It's not going to change the fact. Statistics are statistics. With that right there. I know what I've got this figured out. As you look at the white population, and then you look at the black population. They're looking at those numbers amongst the populations, and they're doing a percentage of them, and it probably does look bad because I'd say that there's a smaller percentage of black folk than what there are white folk, and so those big numbers that we got and the smaller numbers that they got, it makes that stuff look way worse than what it actually is. And this is how the media is doing this crap to all of us. This is how they're doing it. They're brainwashing you into thinking that because they're taking population. They're not taking the the actual numbers for individual cities, they're taking whole populations and doing it.
Yeah. If you took and did percentages per city,
You'd find out
certain cities would have a higher rate than others.
Yeah, and that's what they need to focus on is
Now,
statistics from individual cities, states, and stuff. Not the entire U.S., not the entire world either.
if we looked at for the year of 2020,
Okay, what are we looking at right here?
if total shootings,
Wait a minute. What was those numbers right there? I think you kind of messed up on your numbers. Which ones were you doing?
okay, I was putting in for 20.
Oh, for 2020. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I got you.
457, that was for the whites in 2020. 241 for black. 169 for the Hispanic. And then
28 other.
which I don't know what that is. And then 126
For the confused people.
for the unknown. That came out to be 1,021 total deaths by the police in 2020.
So 1,021.
Yeah.
Last year.
All right. Now, if we want to do percentage, that's the total. We'll take the 457 and divide it by the 1,020.
They're not doing it that. They're doing it percentage by population of race rather than like that. But
that would mean that it would be 44.8% of whites were killed by police.
44%.
Yep. And then for black, it'd be 241 divided by 1,021. And you multiply that by 100, that'll give you 23.6%.
Everybody ever teach you how to do that? How to do an average? Okay, all the you said a percentage is 100.
Yeah.
And, but
I was a math major.
But 23.6% black out of the whole thing from last year. Hispanic folks, we got y'all covered too. Alright? And it says that y'all's was 16.6% in the year 2020. So, this crap. Wow, a whopping 2.7%
for the other.
Well, you might as well get the unknown too, because I'm sure the unknown out there wants to know the unknown rate. Oh, the unknown is 12.3. Now that's out of everybody that's been shot, not the total population of race.
Yeah, that was only out of the percentage of the 1,021 shot from this statistics here, and that came out to be 100% of the.
I'm sure they know what percentage.
I don't know. Some people can't do math nowadays.
That's scary. But those numbers, they're not what you think. The media and news outlets and everything. All those people, they got to inflate the numbers to make a situation worse than what it actually is.
Yeah, to get you take the get the percentage, you put the part over the whole.
But
Yeah, okay, I won't do
that's hell. But you do that. We went over this right here though. It's just you want to inflate something. How about that money and everything? How everything's going to be inflating even worse since those criminals in the White House have done what they've done. Yeah, that's that's even worse inflation right there. But this inflation right here with the news outlets, that's ridiculous. They need to stop the dang lying. Anything else before we get off?
Yeah, the best thing is when a police officer, it doesn't matter what your skin color is, when they're arresting you, don't resist arrest. Go
Just
ahead and
go
get
with the flow.
arrested, and then fight them in court.
That's the easiest, safest way to do things.
That is the best way. Is just to fight them in court, because then you'll still be alive.
Yeah.
Don't point a weapon at law enforcement. Don't shoot at law enforcement. Don't try to stab law enforcement, or you'll die. That's another very important rule.
So,
And it's not about race.
no, it's not.
I just don't. This world's gone to he with double hockey sticks in a handbasket. I just don't know what else to say about it.
Well, we got to talk about there. We got to start doing this stuff a little bit sooner because we're losing a little bit of daylight here, whatnot. Thanks to all this dang rain and stuff we've been having. Messed us up a little bit. But y'all quit blaming the dang thing on race. Y'all need to learn how to be friends out here and not enemies. Because they're trying to tear us apart. These outlets and everything are trying to tear every one of us apart. And we down here, we considered, most racist people in the whole dang place here, being in South Mississippi. But it's kind of, it don't make any sense why people judge us before they actually know us.
It's like the old proverb: "Don't judge a book by its cover."
Anyway, quit blaming it on race. Take accountability for your actions.
Yes.
And just get out there, make it home to your family. I mean, it's not just one person that hurts from this type of stuff. There's a whole lot more than just one person that hurts from this stuff. So we'll catch y'all later and everything, and y'all just stay safe. This is Phil.
This is Regina.
Holla.